Hello, stay tuned with daily news from Marja'iyat TV. Daily meetings of Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi. Scholars, religious, cultural, and social figures, academics, and public groups of people meet with the great Shia Islamic jurist, Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, at his central office in the holy city of Qom on a daily basis. In these meetings, the visitors offer reports of their activities to the Grand Jurist and listen to pieces of advice by His Eminence. It is noteworthy that the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi hosts public visitors on a daily basis before noon prayers. Ghadir celebration at offices of Grand Jurist in England, Canada, and Bahrain. The Shia Muslims in England celebrated the Eid Al-Ghadir at Rasul Azam Husseiniya in London. This ceremony was held by the Al-Sadat Society, and it hosted Shias and religious and political activists, including Sheikh Abdul Rahman Ha'iri, a representative of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, and Sayyid Murtaza Kashmiri, a representative of Grand Ayatollah Sistani, as well as the Iraqi ambassador to the UK. The director of Al-Sadat Society explained about this event and said, "The great celebration of Ghadir is held annually at this place, hosting Shias from all nationalities and ethnicities to demonstrate the solidarity of Shia under the banner of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him." Furthermore, Shias and lovers of AhlulBayt gathered at Imam Shirazi Center in Montreal, Canada, to celebrate the greatest Islamic day of festivity, the Eid al-Ghadir. After the recitation of the Holy Quran and eulogies in honor of Imam Ali, Sheikh Saleh Sibway, the representative of the Grand Jurist and the director of Imam Shirazi Center, delivered a speech to the audience. He referenced the audience to verse 3, chapter 5 of Holy Quran, speaking about the divine leadership of Imam Ali, borrowing some words of wisdom from the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi with respect to Ghadir and his culture. In the end, the participants of this event were served with a cake. It is noteworthy that the office of Sheikh Abdul Shahid al-Satrawi, one of the representatives of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Bahrain, held a ceremony on this day too. This ceremony was attended by the Grand Jurist representative, religious and cultural figures, as well as public groups of believers in Bahrain. Activities by Shia Societies Association on Eid al-Ghadir in Iraq. Members of Shia Societies Association affiliated to Imam Shirazi World Foundation in Holy Karbala ran several cultural and religious programs in Holy Najaf coinciding with the Holy Eid al-Ghadir. Meanwhile, the members of this association visited the office of Grand Jurist in Holy Najaf and met with Ayatollah Sayyid Murtaza Shirazi, the son of the late Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Shirazi, at the sidelines of a ceremony held by this office. Further, the Shia Societies Association participated in ceremonies of Ghadir held by other Islamic centers, including Ummah Biha Society and Al-Aqs Al-Thar Society. This association also visited the Al-Hamza Husseiniya and the servants of AhlulBayt Society and met with reciters and servants of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. The members of this association also held meetings with the governor, the police chief, the security forces commander, and so many other officials in Holy Najaf. Measures to facilitate pilgrims on Eid al-Ghadir and Arba'in were discussed in these meetings. At the end, the Shia Societies Association visited some religious centers in Kufa and Diyali and participated in Ghadir celebrations at Bin Fahad Hilli Seminary in Holy Karbala. Students celebrate graduation at AhlulBayt Religious Center in Tanzania. Some African Shia students celebrated their graduation during a ceremony at AhlulBayt Religious Center in Tanzania 3 weeks into the month of Hijja. This ceremony is held each year and it hosts cultural and religious figures from across Tanzania and other African countries. The publication of AhlulBayt's culture and the teachings of AhlulBayt in Africa are among the main topics discussed at these ceremonies. The AhlulBayt Religious Center was founded in 1987 by the orders of the late Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Shirazi. Up to now, more than 700 preachers, speakers, writers, and clerics have been graduated from this center. Shia Rights Watch publishes monthly report of Anti-Shiism. Shia Rights Watch publishes its monthly report of Anti-Shiism during the month of August 2018. This report compiles records of all acts of violence and violations of rights of Shia individuals around the world and presents them to the public opinion, the Human Rights Foundation, and the international community. Some parts of this report reads, "The month of August stood witness to 286 cases of anti-Shiism or violence against Shia Muslims. In this month, Shia Rights Watch published its annual Hajj advisory in protection of religious minorities under threat in the Islamic Hajj ritual. Anti-Shiism in the form of direct violence, discrimination, and marginalization was reported in the nations of Canada, Iraq, and Afghanistan. It is important to note that cases of violence noted in this report are in fact only a sample of the incidents of anti-Shiism faced by the world's Shia minority. New this month, Shirazi Watch categorizes anti-Shiism in the form of lack of action or ignorance. As a trend, incidents of anti-Shiism in the West are through the lack of recognition of the Shia population as peoples in danger. Ghadir Poetry Festival underway in Dhil province in Iraq. The director of Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Reza Shirazi Society in Al-Islah City participated in the Ghadir Poetry Festival at Imam Ali Mosque and Fatima Zahra Husseiniya in Al-Duwaya City in Dhil province. The members of the society participated in this event following an invitation by the religious board of Imam Ali Mosque and Fatima Zahra Husseiniya. The director of Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Reza Shirazi Society used this opportunity to convey the guidelines of the Grand Jurist, Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Shirazi, to this cultural event. Several other cultural and religious figures, including some keynote Iraqi poets, also participated in this poetry festival and read their poems about the event of Ghadir.